Oh, go on, people. It's Witters World again. Witters World again. What a weekend it is so far with the Jamaica National Athletic Championships. It's an amazing, amazing weekend. Bittersweet in some sense, but amazing. You know, Tia Clayton pulled up in that 100 meter. If Tia Clayton did not pull, Shelly-Ann would be in the relay pool. She would not be on that 100 meter team. But congrats to the athletes. Great run by Tina Clayton. It's good to see her back. It would have been even better if the twins were heading to the World Championships. You know what I mean? There is something about injury management in the MVP camp. You know what I mean? I don't know, it's just like the athletes are always performing good, but with their good performance always comes some sort of injury. You know, Steve Francis, the best in the world, but I believe that's his flaw as it relates to injury management. The athletes, every time they come to perform at the top level, there is some sort of injury that is, you know, taking place. But with that said, I really do hope Tia recover quickly. I really wanted her to be on that plane to the World Championship so that we can have a powerful relay team. The relay team that's going to be there, which is Jodine Williams, Shelly-Ann Fraser, Shericka, and Tina. It is not a strong enough team to go up against the US 4x1 team unless we practice a lot, and that is something that we cannot keep our hopes up for. We have said it time and time again that the Jamaicans need to meet up and practice, but they haven't been doing that. So we know that, you know, they're not going to meet up for practice. Therefore, they will not win that gold medal in that 4x100 meter, right? If they do, I would be happy. But if they don't meet up and practice weeks out for the World Championship relays, then it's not going to happen. It's just the truth, man. It's just the truth, right? We don't really care about relay. Jamaica does not really care about 4x1 relays, and it's a sad situation. We see the other countries developing their teams, getting the practices in, and, you know, trying to get their countries some medals. Bro, it's crazy. Like, we have the great athletes, and they don't see it fit to unite and practice for the relay. It's crazy. With that said, you know, great run there by Tina Clayton. I think something is up with Shericka Jackson. She does not look herself. She does not look like the Shericka Jackson of 2022. You know what I mean? She just does not look ready. She doesn't look ready. Hopefully she will be ready by the time the games are here. I think she should focus on running the 200 meters. Just focus on that, and focus on getting it done for the 200 meters. Because I'm not sure, man. Something is up with Shericka Jackson. And, you know, time will tell. On to the guys now. Wonderful running there by Kishane Thompson. Wonderful running by Kishane Thompson. You know, he said in the interview that dipping wouldn't help you if you're at the back of the pack, and dipping is not necessary if you're all the way in the front. Basically, I think he's saying dipping is not important. I disagree with that. Even if you're in front, even if you're in the lead, dipping can help with improving your time. It's a part of the race, it's a part of the execution. It can shave off milliseconds off your time. So I believe dipping is very important. Now on to that race, the 100 meter that Kishane ran in 9.75 seconds. What was going on before the race? So we see that Oblique Seville was frustrated before the race, as if he was feeling something, and then, you know, the medical team came over, they checked him out, and you know, did a little massage here and there, and he was able to pull through and get the second place and make the team. I'm wondering, like, you know, what's really going on with Oblique Seville in terms of those little injuries. You know, those little injuries can affect him mentally, and we just hope that, you know, they are taking the right path in managing his injury, and, you know, have him visiting the Dr. Müller in Germany. You know what I mean? So I really do hope he gets the treatment that he needs, because in my opinion, you know, Oblique is the one with the raw speed. He's the more talented athlete, you know. With a fit Oblique Seville, he would be a champion, he would be a winner, he'd be a gold medalist, you know what I mean? Because Oblique Seville is just that guy. You know, he ran that semi-final like a boss. So I know that Oblique Seville is in 9-7 shape, 9-7 low shape, 9-7-2, 9-7-3 shape. So we just want to have a healthy Seville, and he will be dangerous, right? Kishane ran a wonderful race from start to finish. You know, proper execution right there. You can't complain about that. You know what I mean? You know, he's not the guy to dip. I guess he's against the dipping policy, or his coach is not much a fan of that, you know. I mean, we see it in Shericka Jackson too. She doesn't dip. You know what I mean? So I guess dipping is not an MVP thing. You know, MVP focus on, you know, the drive phase, the acceleration phase, and the maintenance phase. So they don't really care about dipping based on how Kishane speak, right? So it was a good race. We hope that Brian Level can make it back for the 200 meter. We hope that injury was not anything serious or anything to be worried about. It's something that he can recover from quickly. But I want to also talk about Akeem Blake. Akeem Blake, you know, people try to doubt him, people try to put him on the back burner, but Akeem Blake is a fighter. Akeem Blake is a fighter, and, you know, that was a brilliant start from Akeem Blake. Akeem Blake played catch me if you can in that 100 meter. That was a brilliant start by Akeem Blake. It was just amazing performance from Akeem Blake. And, you know, we do hope that he continues to perform well. Great race by Akeem Blake. Beautiful start. He's a fighter. Akeem is just a fighter. And that guy is gonna go places. That's the type of person that we want on our relay team. A fighter. Akeem Blake is a fighter. Akeem Blake can run any leg. He can run the start, the back stretch, the third leg, the anchor. he's that guy, right? You know, if our men get the practice that they need, you know, I believe that we can win that 4x100 meter. Boaji and Nkrumah really wanted him to be in that relay pool, but he finished just outside the pool. You know what I mean? But he's gonna keep improving, keep coming. His technique definitely needs improvement. When he runs, he leans back a lot, and you know, he leans back a lot. Need to fix that, and you know, over time he'll get better. I think Boaji and Nkrumah is someone to look out for in the coming years. You know, very young sprinter, and he's definitely one to watch for the future. He just need to work on his strength, his technique, and you will pull through. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.